Oh, I'll tell you. I don't know if I should like start feeling start feeling like there's hope. No, or start feeling good. Like I want to feel good, but at the same time, I'm like, what? Like I still got questions, and I'm not even really sure what the questions are. It's just me being all up in my head. Like they're doing, wow, really? They're doing good, man. Okay, how are you feeling? How are you feeling like overall?
I'm not gonna get too amped up.
Mm.
You know what? They beat a really. I think they're a really good Washington team over there at their house. By the way, Steeler Nation showed up over there, so shout out to the rest of Steeler Nation. You guys took over another stadium, man. That's how we do it. That is how we do it. But got Baltimore. Can't celebrate too long. Even for us fans, we got the best rivalry in all of the NFL. Can't celebrate too much. But I'll leave it at that. I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling good.
Okay, I'm feeling. I just I don't want to get too carried away, but it's looking good. It's looking good. It's just I man, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's like the fire is burning at the same time. I'm kind of swimming in water. It's tough to explain. So all right, man. Well, here we go to week 11. Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover 6 teams in the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Chargers, and our winning Pittsburgh Steelers, baby.
Sir.
Let's go. And by the way, I think the Steelers has taken over. Well, I don't know if I should say taken over, but the Steelers have been making their presence felt in every field that they've stepped on this season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, take over maybe not so much, but just a good chunk of fans. Yeah,
Some of them were definitely takeovers. Other ones,
Yeah.
they just made their presence felt.
All right, before we get into our picks, let's get into our records. We have me. All right, I'm at 31-16. All right, not too bad. We got the champ, 26-21. Did a little better last week. All right, so he's on the rise too. But now let's get into some football talk. We have the Raiders coming off of a bye week. Should be a little rested. They will be having Gardner Minshew starting. Like I said, they've been flip-flopping quarterbacks like burgers. Going into Miami to play the Dolphins, who are 3-6, coming off a prime time win against the Rams in SoFi. It was a pretty good game, man. Pretty solid. What do you have on this one? You have the Dolphins, trying to get back into where they were last season. And you got the Raiders. Very, very struggling. They don't even know who their quarterback is. What do you have for this one, man?
Yeah, man. The Dolphins were actually a pretty damn good team last year, man. This time, what did they only got 3 wins?
3-6.
Yeah, they haven't really been making a lot of noise. I mean, the Raiders coming off of a bye week. Sure, you can make the argument that the Niner. I'm sorry that the we'll get to the Niners, but that the Dolphins are coming off of a win. That long trip from Florida down, out here to nice Killer Cali. I know it's like, oh, it's the Raiders, so like you gotta not have any hope with them or anything. And I have, I mean, what are the Dolphins doing? I mean, what are
That's
they?
true.
I mean, what are they doing?
That's true.
So they jumped on a nice, great airplane. It's not like they jumped on a Southwest flight to fly out here to California to beat the Rams. Like, I mean, what are they doing, man?
You got a point.
All right. Well, that point is going to lead to my decision. And my decision is the Raiders coming off of a bye week, maybe having a little Tom Brady show up.
Oh,
Maybe having a nice little 5% Tom Brady. I think the Las Vegas Tom Brady's, the 5% Las Vegas Tom Brady's are going to go down to Miami and say hello to my little friend. and they're gonna take them out. They're gonna take out those Dolphins, man. I'll tell you, ain't gonna be no snowflake down there kicking that field goal. Chales, dog. Ain't no Ace Ventura right here on this one. It's Raider time. They're gonna go down there and they're gonna take that Dolphin out.
You're saying laces in this time.
Laces in. Snowflake's not coming back. Snowflake is not coming back. Not on this one.
And let me say this, man. He's definitely had some Steelers fans, some sort of PTSD with Tom Brady. We all do. We all do. As Steelers fans, we all do. We are so used to Tom Brady being so damn good that we just think that a 2-7 Raider team just gonna come back to light and win that division some way, somehow.
He's got good commercials.
He does.
He does.
He does.
I kind of hate the guy, sort of, but you know, I don't know, man. He's trying to grow on me a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I have the same view on the Raiders as I have for like the past 5 weeks. They're tanking. They're tanking. I'm surprised they still have Max Crosby, which, you know what? He's their best player. I'm actually glad that they didn't trade him. They're probably going to build around him, but they're in rebuilding mode. They are. I don't see them winning this game. They don't even know who their quarterback is. They really don't. They really have been flipping over pages and stuff. The Dolphins, they looked better. Am I completely convinced in Miami? No. Am I convinced of them winning this game? Yes. Can they make a push? They have a talented squad. They do. But they clearly have to play better. You know, I think they're second in that division. You know, that division's pretty bad. Other than the Buffalo Bills, that division is pretty damn bad.
Yeah, you got the Jets and the Patriots to fill in the rest of the two teams right there. Yeah, that is a pretty damn bad division. But let me go ahead and throw this one at you because you keep saying that they don't even know who their quarterback is. There's another team that didn't really know who their quarterback was either. Just throwing it out there. That's it.
Okay.
Something for you to chew on. That's it.
I get you're trying to hype up the Tom Brady Vegas Raiders.
You know what? I think this will be a good game. How about that? I do. I think this is going to be a good game. Yeah,
I could see that because, I mean, the Dolphins still haven't played their best ball. Will they? We don't know. But I think they'll do good enough this week. I'll just leave it at that for Miami.
All right.
Next, we have the Green Bay Packers walking into Soldier Field to play the Bears. Packers 6-3 coming off of a bye week. Bears 4-5 coming off of a just bad loss at home to the New England Patriots. How about that? So we have Love against Williams. What do we have here, man? I think this one's pretty easy.
While you were explaining it, I was really thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, this game's gonna be a complete wash. Packers all the way. But the Bears are right around 500, are they not?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, okay, they're not doing that bad. They're what, one game under?
Not completely terrible. Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, not completely terrible. I think they're not being talked about because of the other teams on that division. You got the Packers, you got the Vikings, you got the Lions, right? And definitely the Bears are the worst out of all those teams. But I was trying to convince myself if I can go Bears here, but Packers are coming off of a bye week, man. They got everything together. They're ready to rock and roll.
And a bad loss against Detroit at their house.
Yeah.
That was their last game. They had to keep that in their mouth.
Yeah, I think they're ready to come back and fight for their division. I do believe that they can still take that division. I don't think they can take their division, but I think they're going to come back and come back with vengeance and saying that this division is ours. I go Packers.
Yeah, I mean, look. Okay, this is one thing I continue to hear. Everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people still say that this is a rivalry. This is one of the best rivalries, if not the best rivalry in the NFL. Let's be completely real here. This has not been a rivalry since Aaron Rodgers has been the quarterback of the Packers. All right, maybe even beforehand. I really don't even know. The Packers have just been dominating, even past Aaron Rodgers with the Jordan Love era. I mean, he's been owning the Bears as well. This is not a rivalry, man. They're divisional opponents, yes. Rivalry, no.
Yeah, no, it was a rivalry when the movie A Christmas Story was taking place.
Right. It's been a minute. It's been a while. All right. I'm going Packers. Bye week. Like I said, I don't think they're in a very good mood after that loss against Detroit, and they just had to sit on their couch just thinking about it in the dark with the lights off and everything like that.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I think they blow out the Bears here. I do.
In the dark with just like one little lamp light on and like in the corner. Just very depressing. Just like, wow, just thinking over and over again, sharpening a knife or something like that.
You know
like,
what? Not even on their couch. They were sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
On the carpet.
Just taking it, man. Oh, yeah. The Bears are in some trouble.
Yeah.
They're definitely in some trouble. You don't give the Bears any chance here?
I give them a fight. Every man with two hands stands a fighting chance. How about that?
Very well said.
It's not my quote. So, yeah.
I'll put down a hat.
Anyways, so we both got Packers there. I'd give the Bears 5% chance. How about that? 5%.
Ooh, you give them a Tom Brady chance. Okay. 5%.
That's good enough for me.
All right. All right.
Next, we have the Chargers walking into, or no, I'm sorry. We have the Chargers hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. The Chargers are 6-3 coming off a win against the Tennessee Titans. Bengals are 4-6 coming off a loss against the Baltimore Ravens. A very good game. Very good game. But the Bengals were lacking defense. Both teams that game were lacking defense. What do we see in this one, man?
Man, I'll tell you. You know, it's kind of mind blowing what's been going on with the Bengals. It's not mind blowing that they lost to the Ravens, but the season that they've had, it's like, wow, I did not know that we're going to be entering week 11 and seeing the Bengals where they're at. I was thinking, man, I thought it was more possible that the Steelers will be where the Bengals are at, and the Bengals are where the Steelers are at.
Good point.
That's kind of how I pictured it. It's not surprising to me that they lost to the Ravens, but just the season in its entirety so far. Where's this game going to be at?
It's at SoFi, primetime Sunday night football.
Wow. All eyes on the wild, wild West Coast. I like it. That's
been like that for a while now.
Okay? Pacific Standard Time. You guys hear that? Huh? You guys hear that? That's right. Man, you know, I think this would be a good one, man.
It's a close one. Okay, don't let the records fool you. Bengals aren't a terrible team.
No.
Okay, they did start off very cold. They kind of hit their stride. They have been playing really good competition, but at the end of the day, they are 4-6. Chargers, they've been doing pretty good. So I think it is pretty even.
Oh, man, I'm having a tough time with this one right here. Let me hear what you have to say. This one is tough.
Okay. We got two really good quarterbacks. I did not like what I saw from the Bengals defense last week. Okay, they got absolutely torched. You know, Chargers, I don't know how good they really are. They're really good. They're a solid team. I know that. But are they a force to be reckoned with in the AFC? That we still really don't know. I mean, the one team that they had a chance to beat was the Chiefs. They wound up narrowly losing by 7 points. But, I mean, I guess when you play the Chiefs this year, it's going to be a close game. Why is that? I don't know. I'm having a hard time seeing the Bengals go 4-7 since they're healthy and everything like that. That's going to lead me to go to to pick the Bengals, I guess. The Bengals going 4-7. That's tough, man. Don't get me wrong, I want the Chargers to win, of course. I mean, I'm still a fan. I want the Chargers to win. But Joe Burrow going 4-7 seems a little bit insane to me.
He's got to be one of the top quarterbacks in the league right now. You know, if you want to talk about like the top 5 out of the 32 teams, he's going to be in that top 5. That's why it's a little bit strange to see them where they're at right now. But all that being said, you know what? I'll go Chargers, man, because I think this is kind of like a flip of a coin right here. I think this is going to be a good one. Good Sunday nighter. I'm glad that there's a Sunday nighter, man.
They wound up flexing it. It wasn't at first, but they flexed it a few weeks ago.
Due to Thursday night, which we'll get to that. But I'll go Chargers. I'm not sure if there's we'll find out what the wrong answer is, but pre-game, I don't think there's really a wrong way you can go with this one. So yeah, I'll go Chargers.
All right.
Hey, before you get to the next one,
what's going on?
Are the Chiefs gonna lose at all? Like,
I hope so.
Okay, did you see what happened?
I've been keeping a close eye. I have.
Good gosh, man.
I have.
Wow. I was all about love at one point, you know, but the Kansas City Taylor Swifts, I don't know, man. I think I'm turning the corner here.
You know what? I was rooting so hard. You know what? I'm not going to get too much in around here. I was rooting so much for the Broncos to win that game. And right when I thought, I was on the multi-screen, I was like, okay, all they need is a first down right here, and that pretty much ends it. The Broncos got that first down. All they needed to do was run out the clock, kick the field goal. That was it. A 30-something yard field goal. That's all they needed. They got the hands up. The Chiefs, some way, somehow, got the hands up. It was blocked.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what just happened? I couldn't believe it. It was insane.
I'm not going to get too much into
All right.
Let's go Taylor Swift after that. I don't even know. Whatever, man. Whatever. Next, we have the Battle of Texas.
This is good.
We have the Houston Texans at 6-4 walking into Arlington to play the Cowboys. Is it really good? But against the Arlington Cowboys, who are 3-6, Texans 6-4, coming off a loss against Detroit in a pretty good Sunday Night Football game. All right, Houston did kind of choke that one. All right, they were up 23-7 at half, wound up losing. It would that field goal. It was that close for missing, but Detroit was able to win that one. Cowboys 3-6, Dakless coming off of a bad loss against Philadelphia. Battle of Texas, though, still prime time somehow. Only because it's a Battle of Texas. Do we see a shootout here?
Oh, who's the backup? I don't even know who the backup is.
Cooper Rush.
Oh, Cooper Rush. You know, there's certain names that when you introduce yourself, you say the full name. That's one of them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What's your name? Cooper Rush. That it just rolls right off the tongue, and it sounds so damn cool. He should be, right there with like John Wick or something. This game sucks, man. And I went on a rant last week about the Cowboys. Dak is done, right?
Yeah, out for the season.
I mean, good gosh, dog. How many more seasons is this team gonna live, or seasons, or just whatever life? Is this team gonna live on what they did, back in the day?
Oh,
like, good gosh.
Oh, he brought it there.
Good God. There's dudes today, okay? We're pretty much 25 years into the 2000s. There's dudes today that want to talk to you about what they did back in 1995. And yeah, aren't I cool, man? Because I did that in 95.
I played varsity on the high school team.
Like, dog, most of your life is in the 2000s, man. So, like, what are you doing? And I see the same thing with the Cowboys. Like, okay, America's team, the most popular team, the biggest fan base. Like, oh, we paid the highest paying football player. Forget just quarterback, the highest paid football player of all time.
One of the best
ever.
stadiums in the country too.
I remember when it got built. It's like, whoa, $1 billion. Now SoFi blows out the water. But my point is, at that time, that was the first one. It was like, whoa, like a mega field, mega stadium, man. Which, by the way, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are fighting there tonight. So, as you guys watch this premiering. But how much longer is this team just going to live on its past? Because in reality, this team for I don't know how many years has not been that. It hasn't. It's been at best mediocre. I don't even know how many times they made the playoffs. I remember when Tony Romo won one playoff game, and by the way, I like Tony Romo calling the games, man. He's one of the best to do it. When he won one playoff game, everybody went crazy. It was like, wow, because it was something that Cowboys hadn't seen in a while. I don't know, man. I'm frustrated with I'm frustrated with that franchise. I'm saying all that to say that the Texans are going to whoop their ass.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it short. Hey, Cowboys are in the same situation that the Raiders are in. Oh no, my bad. The Bears are in. Okay, both these teams kind of coming off some bad losses. Houston, they blew that lead. They had it against Detroit. They blew it. Yeah, it's not gonna be a shoot. It's gonna be a shootout for one side. Okay, I think Houston's just it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna get ugly. All right, it's gonna get ugly.
And one last thing, man. I don't want to just keep hearing like, oh, it's the coach. Oh, it's this person. Oh, it's that. Man, it's this whole damn franchise, man. When's the last time the Cowboys have been good? Like, I'm talking about good. I'm talking about where it's like, whoa, this could be their year, man. I'm talking about they're one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the NFL.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen them as a Super Bowl contender. There's a difference between being a contender and a Super Bowl contender. But yeah, there's a whole lot that needs to change over there in Arlington. So both got Texans. That was pretty easy. Watch the Cowboys win this one. That'd be something. That would be something. Next, we have a divisional matchup between the San Francisco Santa Clara 49ers host the Seattle Seahawks. Niners are 5-4, coming off of a win against the Buccaneers. How'd that make you feel? Probably not too great.
No, man. I'm becoming a big Baker Mayfield fan. How come he doesn't do commercials anymore?
I asked that same question on Sunday.
The heck?
And the Seattle Seahawks, who are 4-5, coming off of a bye week. All right, divisional matchup. It's the second time they're playing each other this year.
And Santa Clara.
This time it's Santa Clara.
Yeah. I'll let you go first on this one. I gotta get my thoughts together, man. That Cowboy thing took it out of me.
And the thing with Baker,
And Baker Mayfield, man. That hit me right here, man. Niner friends, don't make me turn on you. Leave my boy Baker alone, man. He's on the other side of the country doing his thing, all right?
Okay. So I've said it before, or it's been a while. Seattle was 3-0, right? Yeah, they were 3-0 at some point this season. That was because of the teams that they're playing. One of them was against New England. I forgot the other teams that they beat. They were 3-0. Since they were 3-0, they are 1-5. The team is 1-5. Since the competition has kind of risen for Seattle. They have not been playing very well. And I don't think they're that good of a team this season. You know, even last season, they were just okay. I think they're just an okay team as well this season. Niners have Chris McCaffrey back. I do not like the fact that they used McCaffrey so much in that game against the Bucks. Did it help him win? Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. But I feel like it kind of risked him getting injured once again. For this one, I guess I'll go Niners. I'm not too convinced. I'm not too convinced on the Niners at all. At all. But against Seattle, I don't know where Seattle even sits, so that's why I'm going with the Niners.
If McCaffrey wasn't back, would you still go Niners? If they still got the victory over the Bucks last week, would you still go Niners if McCaffrey wasn't back?
I think so. I really don't think Seattle's that great of a team, man. I really don't.
Legion of Boom. Been a while since we heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't really have much to add to say about it. The Seahawks, I haven't really paid too much attention to them. They haven't really been making any noise. Not a lot going on. Is the Pacific Northwest. I do plan on visiting one day, but it's just kind of like a part of the United States that you just kind of forget about.
Man, they're just over there drinking some coffee.
And the only thing that they got is pretty much just the Seahawks to make noise, and they haven't.
Yeah,
they haven't. You know, I'm going. Killer California here, baby. Niners, get them.
Damn.
Take them out.
All right.
Take them out.
So we're both going with Santa Clara there.
Let's go, Santa Clara.
Next, or last, but definitely not least. All right. We got another divisional match, and we have the Baltimore Ravens walking into Heinz Field to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ravens 7-3, coming off another divisional win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Steelers 7-2, coming off of, I'm not gonna say too much, maybe game of the week last week.
That's good.
Against the Washington Football Team Commanders, Redskins, with the record of 7-2. Alex Highsmith did get injured in that game, though. Late in the game. He will not be starting. He will not be active this week. So that is going to hurt Steelers a little bit. But it's still Steelers, Ravens, man. 10 o'clock game.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. You know, you hear all these politicians, I'm going to go to Washington, D.C. and set them straight. None of them ever do. But you know who does? The others. They go into Washington, D.C. and set them straight, Holmes. Let them know what time it is. Yeah, maybe it came close. You may have came close. You may have put up a fight, but nonetheless, right there. It was a damn good game. Damn good game. Russell Wilson is now 3-0. Now 3-0. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. One thing that's concerning to me is the bye week is behind the Steelers now.
Yeah.
And it is the only team in the NFL that has not had a divisional game. So now you have almost the rest of the season of pure divisional games. Not all of them. You still got, Chiefs in there, but most of your games are going to be divisional games. That does concern me a little bit. Gosh, man, this is a rough one. This is for first place.
Yeah.
This, winner takes first place right now so far as it stands going into week 11. Oh, man. I mean, I'm definitely going to go with my Steelers. Okay, obviously. If I were not a Steeler fan, which way would I go? I don't think it's too far-fetched to still go for the Steelers. Okay, I don't. However, if I were not a Steeler fan, yes, they may be playing in Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. I might still lean with the Ravens. Maybe. It's hard for me to get myself out of being a Steeler fan, especially with this divisional rivalry between Steelers and Ravens. I could see me not being a Steeler fan and saying like I'll go Ravens on this one, but it wouldn't be a clear cut where it's like, oh yeah, confident lead. I'll go Ravens. No, because the Steelers, yes, you do got Russell Wilson, but you still seem like you're kind of breaking it in. And then Highsmith is gone. He's a good weapon there. Obviously, I'm going with my Steelers. I think they got a really good chance, but I definitely have my concerns.
All right. I have a lot to say here. For one, Steelers shocked a lot of people on Sunday. All right. I was hearing a lot of people, including analysts, saying that they were going to get beaten and beaten pretty bad, that they're going to get exposed against the Commanders.
And in reality, those analysts got exposed.
Yeah, in a way. All right. And now, you know what I'm seeing? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Super Bowl contenders? Like, weren't you guys just saying that they were going to get exposed, that they were going to get blown out against Washington? Now, all of a sudden, you want to, speak highly on the Steelers. I don't like it. That bothers me.
Yeah, we don't want you anymore.
Yeah, man. You over there saying, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens. You guys were not paying any sort of attention to the Steelers. You guys were laughing at the Steelers.
I'm getting angry now.
Exactly. This is how I feel. But anyways, now attention's on the Steelers, and that's something that I don't like. That's really what I don't like.
Good point.
I don't like when the Steelers are, looked at as a super contender or anything like that. I kind of like to be, a little humble, a little just being there, stuff of that nature. But, oh well, pressure's on now. People are starting to take us seriously. So, at home against Baltimore, this is a game for first place, by the way, as far as it stands. For first place, who would have thought at the beginning of the season that we'd be saying that? Lamar Jackson has not played well against the Steelers. Okay, I don't know why I don't see a lot of people talk about that. His record against the Steelers is 1-4, 2-4, something like that. He's under 500 against the Steelers.
Second place sucks, kid.
He doesn't play very well against the Steelers. However, this time he does have Derrick Henry, who has been doing very well on the ground this season. Steelers' rush defense was not very well last week. Okay, they let Austin Eckler run what seemed like all over the place last week. I don't know how good of a game he had, but he did pretty well. Steelers' rush defense needs to step up. Patrick Queen, we got him for a reason because the Ravens got Derrick Henry. We have to prove another point here this week. All right? Oh, man, I can't wait for this game. You know what? The only reason why this isn't Sunday night, from what I understand, or even Flex has a late game, is because the Steelers have Thursday night against the Browns next week. But this definitely deserves a prime time, at least a late game. But I'm going Steelers. All right? I like what Russell's doing. And everybody who's saying, well, they don't have a Patrick Mahomes or a Josh Allen. Steelers don't need that, man. They just need a good, solid quarterback, and that's what Russell Wilson's been doing. He's been throwing some pretty good. How about that game-winning pass to Mike Williams?
What did I say last week?
I
said Mike Willie Williams. Little Mike Willie Williams was going to have a game. And boy, little Mike Willie Williams came through. I said it. Unlike those punk-ass analysts that are now trying to turn their face and be like, oh, well, we've been here all the time. No, we don't want you now. We don't want you now. Yeah. Go swim with the fish. Yeah. I called it. Little Mike Willie Williams was there have a game, man. He did.
He only played, I don't know how he played like maybe 3 snaps, and one of them was a game-winning touchdown. How about that? But
How about how they won the game with the drawing them offsides?
That was funny.
That was
I
great.
called it.
See?
You called Mike
See?
Williams. I called that offsides. I was offensive. They heard me. I
And-
was the OC right there.
And what did those analysts call? Huh? What did you guys call? You guys should be fired. You guys suck, Holmes.
All right, man. So I'm expecting a really good game. You
Mm.
think it's high scoring or low scoring? Usually these are low scoring. However, both defenses kind of struggled a little bit. You know, I'm not saying that the Steelers defense has been doing really bad, but you know, they haven't been playing their best. And obviously the Ravens were just in a shootout with Cincinnati.
Has TJ Watt been having a TJ Watt year?
Not the past few weeks. I think to begin the season, to start off the season, he was. I mean, look, Washington did play very well. They were double teaming him and everything. They did what they needed to do. So, I mean, but when you're TJ Watt, you got to expect that from defending offensive lines.
17 to 20 Steelers.
So a bit of a low scoring.
17 to 20 Steelers.
I'm going to say 31-28.
Oh,
Steelers. I think so. Yeah, I
Okay.
do. Just both offenses have been playing pretty good. A little bit more. Baltimore has been playing a little bit better offense, but yeah, I mean, the defenses haven't been super dominant. You know, that's something we're not used to. I would rather see a classic defensive matchup between these two teams because that's what we do. But year after year after year, it seems like every season the Steelers and the Ravens throw a classic, and I'm expecting another one here.
Man, these two coaches have gone up against each other. I don't know how many times. It's got to be somewhere in the record books. But
Yeah, man.
I love it. Man, let's
We're
do
ready.
this.
We're ready. Best rivalry in the NFL. You could challenge me on that. You could challenge me on that. Anybody in the comments could challenge me on that, and I'm glad. I'll argue there. All right.
Give me a victory, Steelers. This one would be great for my birthday. It's my birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Cholo Trucker.
See that? All I need is this victory now. All right. And all I need is those analysts to get fired. All right. Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Booyah.